Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Iris Budgets. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for clicking on another video. It really means a lot to me. And if you are watching for the first time or you've watched my videos before and you enjoy cash stuffing videos, please consider subscribing. Yeah, it means a lot. And let's get on with today's video. So in today's video, I am going to be cash stuffing for the first 2 weeks of August. Today is the 1st of August, which also means it is my birthday. I was laughing at Brown Skin Girl. She's got a fabulous channel. If you don't follow her, I'll tag her. And she was like, oh, you're going to be joining the 4th floor. And I'd never heard that before. So I was like, no, I'm clinging on to the 3rd floor. I don't want to move up. But here I am. I'm on the 4th floor and it's fine. It's just a number, isn't it? Anyway, I'll stop blabbering on and get on with it. So, okay, so we have 50, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 500, 20, 40, 60, 80, 580, 590, 600, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 700, and then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 and 30, 730. Now that's a little bit more than normally I would stuff, and that is a couple of reasons. So it's a bit of side hustle money from my Etsy shop, a little bit of birthday money, but not much. I do have extra birthday money and I'm not sure what to do with it yet, but I'm leaving it out of this video. But what I'm also stuffing today, and I think this is so exciting, so people who watch me know that I'm going to go to Bali in September, and so my sister bought me basically some Indonesian notes, and oh my god, I was so surprised when I opened the card. I was like, this is amazing, look at them. So they have a couple of really friendly happy dudes on the front. I don't know who they are, I'm being very ignorant, I'm sorry, but what I find fascinating is that she gave me the receipt, and this is worth about £25, but each note is 100,000 rupiah, so they're worth about £6 odd each. I just find that really fascinating. So anyway, so this is the front of the note, I think, and then the back you've got this female dancing. And I think what really inspired me to go to Bali in the first place was watching a documentary that David Attenborough did in like 1969. And I mean, I've mentioned this before, I'm probably boring everyone, but in that documentary, there's lots of footage of the traditional legong dance in Bali, and I was absolutely transfixed with it. And on this trip, I'll get to see a traditional legong dance, which I'm so excited about. So I'm going to be putting that in my Bali envelope later on in the cash stuffing. Okay, so now let's see what I've got left over from the last 2 weeks. Okay, so from the last 2 weeks, this is the Filofax Saffiano, which I take out with me everywhere. Oh God, it's so grubby, sorry. So first of all, let's have a look at my coins, because I've got no notes left in groceries. And this is what I have here. So a few pounds and pence. Just shove that in there. Okay. So yeah, that was what was left in groceries. I don't have anything in fuel, or nails, or eating out. I do have a little bit left in spending, which I'm surprised about. So that I'm going to add to savings challenges a bit later on in the video. So I'll just shove that in there for now. Okay, so let's get on and stuff this again for the next 2 weeks. So as usual, groceries is going to get £100. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. And this has been working out well for me. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. I have mentioned before that I do like my wine, but now I've turned 40, I feel like I need like a proper health kick. I just feel a bit, I mean, I'm completely and utterly hungover right now, by the way. I can barely string a sentence together and I'm like shaking all over. So that is, you know, I need to get better at being a bit healthier, I think. Fuel, I'm going to add £20 for the next 2 weeks. I've still got about a third of a tank, but I want to top it up a little bit. And then nails, I'm stuffing this in here, but I'm actually going to put it back in the bank because I had them done last week and I forgot to like take it out of this cash stuffing, but never mind. So 20.35 for nails. She's so talented. Look, she's done this like amazing sort of different colours that she's blended together with gold leaf. It's gold leaf and the transfer tape. The only thing for me, I just think this is a bit too like 8-year-old girl fantasy bedroom type princess vibes, which it's just not me at all. And I know I've kind of been moving towards that recently, but I need to go back to like, I don't know, just not this. But she's so talented, and yeah, I still really like them. Anyway, eating out is going to get £30, so 20 and 30. And spending is going to get 50. I don't have a great deal planned, but I just know that as it's the summer holidays, you know, you tend to go out to the pub more with your friends. Sometimes it's like a last minute thing, and I just want to make sure I've got enough. So that is it for my cash wallets. Okay, now moving on to my short-term sinking funds. These resin binders here are from Little Carousel Gifts on Etsy, if anyone's interested. And most of my cash envelopes are from Budget with Ira. So the first one here is going to be Hair and Beauty. And I'm actually going to be adding £50. So 20, 40 and 50. So in Hair and Beauty, we now have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 110. And the reason being, I do want to get my hair done again before I go to Bali. And I need like little bits of makeup and hair stuff. So I want to try and build that back up again. Okay, so that's Hair and Beauty. The next one is clothes. I did spend £20 of this. I bought a nice like light dressing gown from Asda. It's really nice. It's like a nice satiny material, really light, which I think I'll take on holiday, and some like little velvet sliders, like little slippers. And that was £20 altogether, so I took 20 out. So I'm going to add another 20 back in. So clothes has 20, 30 and 40. Books, again, I'm not adding to it. It's got the tenner in it. I think that might be there for a long time. Home, I'm going to be adding £15. So 10 and 15. So it has 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75 and 80 in there. I did spend 5 of this. In fact, I'll show you. So yeah, I've seen these wine glasses in Aldi, and I think they're really nice. Asda. And I think that they're not like really light. They've got a bit of weight to them, and they were £4 for 4. And I thought, wow, that's a bloody bargain. So anyway, I picked them up. Not that I'm drinking wine anymore. I've already vowed off it, haven't I? Anyway. Okay, so moving on to garden. I am going to be adding £30 to garden, so 20 and 30. And this is because I do want those bushes trimmed around the side of my house. They're becoming quite unruly. So I now have 20, 30, 40 and 50. Last time it was £50. I'm not going to use the same guy again though, because honestly, it was a nightmare. So he charges 50 quid. He didn't take away any of the waste. And maybe I'm naive to think that they should take the waste away, but he just left it by the side of my house. I asked him to cut my front lawn at the same time because my lawnmower was broken at the time, so he did, and he charges an extra tenner for it. And I was like, thank you so much. And then about 2 weeks later, I got a message from him saying, oh, hi, your front grass was cut today. And I was like, all right, thanks. what, I don't understand. He says, yeah, that'll be a tenner. And I was like, sorry, but when did I enter into some sort of agreement with you that you would regularly cut my front lawn? Like, I didn't at all. And we had this big, argument over Messenger where I was like, look, I don't know if this is how you try and get new business, but you don't just start returning somewhere and cutting people's grass without telling them and then charging them later on. So anyway, I just paid him the money anyway because I didn't really know who he was, and I didn't want him to throw eggs at my window or something. So I'm going to find a different gadget for that. Right, and then finally in this one we've got gifts. I used 10 of this to buy a christening present for my friend's baby. So it's getting 40. 20 and 40. So 20, 40, 60 and 80 now in gifts. Oh God, I haven't been updating this. 80, 50, 70, I think. Okay, that is it for my short-term sinking funds. Okay, so I've just changed that from home from 70 to 80. I went back and had a look. Okay, so moving on to my long-term sinking funds. The first category here is insurance, and insurance is going to get £20. So we now have 50, 100, 50, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 400, 410 and 420. 420 in insurance. Next up is car tax. Car tax is going to get £5. So in car tax I now have 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 125 and 130. So 130. My envelopes aren't really thick, but I might do like a condensing video in a few weeks. We'll see. So next up is Kingston, is the property maintenance company, and it's going to get £10. So we have 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 and 45. Is that right? 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. They just feel a bit thick. Yeah, 45 in there. That's normally about 70 quid at the end of the year. Okay, next up is Christmas, and Christmas is going to be getting £30. So 20 and 30. So in Christmas, I now have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 190 in Christmas. I feel like I can't count. I wonder if it's, I don't know, 190. I think if you cut me open now, I would just bleed Sauvignon Blanc. Pure. Right. Holiday Fund Bali is going to get £50. So in Bali, I now have 50, 100, 50, 200, 50, 300, 50, 400, 50, 500, 50, 600, 50, 700. So 700 in there. And this is for spending money and a few extra bits of clothes. And I'm going to be adding my 400,000 rupiah, obviously. So we'll get, oh, it was caught. So we'll get that in there too. Does it fit? Yes, it does. Okay, so that's holiday fund. Trip fund is going to get £30. So 20 and 30. So trip fund now has 20, 40 and £50. £50. Now I've made a couple of new envelopes. I've just made them quite cheaply. I'll probably buy some from Ira at some point. But basically the first one here is my father, I've done it again. My dad, I don't know what's wrong with us. My dad turns 70 in December, and we're going to throw him a surprise 70th birthday party. He doesn't watch these videos. If he did, I'd be surprised, but I don't think he does. And so I'm going to be putting £30 in it. I've already got a room booked. It's like a Catholic club. He goes there all the time. And I went into pencil in the date, and I says, oh, how much is it then? She was like, oh, £30. And I was like, all right, okay. Is that just the deposit? And she was like, no, that's for the room. I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. So we just need to basically get a caterer. We'll probably do the music ourselves. And he does the quiz there every week. He's the quiz master and has been for I don't know, probably since I was born. And so I'm going to do a quiz for him. So I hope he enjoys it. But it'll be things that happened the year he was born, or I don't know, when he got married to me mum, I don't know, different quiz questions from his life really. So yeah, I think that'll be good. And then the final one here is HMRC, and this is just preparatory. If I keep selling how I am on Etsy, because I'm doing quite well, I've had over 100 sales and it's been phenomenal. at some point I'm going to have to start paying tax. At the minute, I'm nowhere near that in terms of profit. I think you can earn your first £1,000 for free, but then I will need to pay tax on the rest of it. So I've got an envelope here just to start that at some point. Okay, so that is it for my long-term sinking funds. So now moving on to my savings challenges. We're going to start off as usual with my 1k savings binder. I'll just bring my pens in. Okay, so today in the 1k, I am going to be adding £30. So what I'll do, because there's no 30s, I'll do a 10 and a 20. So let's find, there's a 10. So we'll do that one. Okay, and then we'll find a 20. There we go. Right then, so a 10 and a 20. 10 and a 20. Okay, so that is it for my 1k savings challenge binder. Now then, I have been busy at work on a new design. So the Harry Potter, I mean the wizard style ones have done quite well, but nowhere near as popular as this Candy Floss edition. So I don't know whether it's the stars, I don't know whether it's the holographic vinyl or the font or whatever it might be, but this is done way better than any other challenge binder that I make. So what I've done is I've created a new version of that one, and this one we're going to call the watermelon version. So here I have made them all in this version. So let me just show you, this is the 1k. So basically we've got like a holographic pinky orangey vinyl, and then we've got a green tracker, and then the pink orangey vinyl is on the number pages. So this is what I'm going to call the watermelon version, and just a green sort of back cover. I'm going to call this the watermelon version. I'll put it on my shop probably later on today, if anyone's interested. And it just means there's an alternative to the Candy Floss. So that's them together. So yeah, so Candy Floss and watermelon, and I'll stick them on a little bit later on. Okay, moving on to my savings challenge binder then. So the first one here I have is my rainy day fund. So it is going to get £40 this time. So 20 and 40. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 200, 10, 20, 30, 35 and 40. £240 now in this one. And we shall colour in 2 of these. 1. And 2. Okay, so that's the rainy day fund. Now the next one is the new one I've got, and this one is from Budget with Ira, and it is the Infinity Challenge. If anyone hasn't seen it yet, it's so good. It comes with this dice, and basically, I don't know where to start, but I'll just pick a number to start at, roll the dice, and it either makes you stay where you are, it makes you go forwards places, or you go backwards places, and it just keeps going on and on and on and on and on and on and on for infinity. So I have decided that this one is going to be used for treats. I'm a sucker for, you know, a nice piece of jewelry, not necessarily like gold, real gold or anything. This is probably the only real gold ring that I own, but I do like, you know, I like a lot of amulet type jewelry, chakra type jewelry, so I'm going to use that for treats. I'm not going to be adding into it today though, because I don't have, I've got too many. Right, next one up is, what was that, 240? Yeah, so the next one up is my energy fund for rising energy costs, and I'm going to be adding £30 today. So 20 and 30. So 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110 now in the energy fund. Who knows what's going to happen with the energy prices, like, I'm a bit scared. So we've just done 30. So we'll do a 20 up here and we'll do 2 5s there. Lovely. Okay, so that's the energy fund. Next up is my £5 savings challenge, and I'm actually going to be giving it 15, 5, 10 and 15, which is more than usual, and it means I can fill that first row. I'm going to not stop counting this actually. Yeah, I'll stop counting that one. Okay, so we have, I don't know why I did this. That one and that one. That one. Okay, so that's the £5 challenge. So yeah, next up is the Zodiac challenge, and this was to go towards an Apple Watch, which I'm currently wearing. So I did end up buying one on interest free, and I probably shouldn't have, but I really wanted it for my holiday. I wanted it to get back into my fitness. And so I probably shouldn't have done what I've done, but it means that I'm not paying any interest on it. And I would never buy stuff like that if I had to pay interest on it. So what I'm going to do is basically pay myself back through this challenge. So yeah, it might seem sort of counterproductive, but I still want to save in this way. And it's taught me, because when I bought it, I felt a bit disheartened that I'd done it that way when I knew I had a savings challenge for it. But then, yeah, anyway, it's still it's the impulsive part of my personality, which I'm really trying to work on. But and cash stuffing has massively helped me to save up for certain things. I would never have had enough money to buy new makeup or something. I would just buy it and then worry about it later and pay it off my card or whatever. I never really got into loads of debt, but I never had any money to my name, if that makes sense. So I'm still trying to work on it, but yeah, I did end up buying a watch. So I'm going to add today £50 into this challenge, and then eventually I will have paid myself back, which is fine, and I'll probably be able to pay it off early. So it has 50, 70, 80, 90, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So we've got 125 now in the Zodiac challenge. Sorry, I'm having a mare. And it means I can colour in another Leo sign. So we shall do this one down here. Mix it up a bit. There we go. So that's that one done. And then the next one we have is the My Money Matters This Little Piggy Saved challenge. And I'm going to be adding in £15. So 10 and 15. So it has 10, 25. Oh, and all of these coins. I shouldn't be counting it actually. Okay, so £15. So we can tick off this big piggy down here, the biggest piggy on the challenge. That's wonderful. Okay, so that's that one done. And then next up is the penny challenge. Okay, so as usual, I've counted this up and we have, oh, hang on. 7.35. So I'll just go ahead and add. Okay, so 7.35. The next one on the list here is £3.48. So we can do that one. And then we've got 3.47. So we do that one. And then that's 40 pence, isn't it? That's 40 pence, not 4 pence, isn't it? Yes. 40p. Wonderful. Okay, and then that is the penny challenge done. So if you've made it to the end of the video, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've liked it, please leave me a like, and please consider subscribing if you haven't already. And yeah, I'm off to not drink wine on my birthday, but I'm gonna go for a nice walk and chill out. And yeah, I shall see you in the next one. Bye.